What's happening, my people? Frankly Uber here, back once again with another video, and this is actually a delayed reaction to the Uber partner announcement that Dara Khosrowshahi announced the other day. And yeah, I just wanted to give you my thoughts on it, really. So I mean, okay, so Uber are going down the Apple-esque route now, and they're doing this thing about, you know, well, when they launch a new product, they're going to do like an announcement, a keynote announcement. So it's not quite as polished as Apple would do it, and the way, but it's got an Apple-esque style to it. So Dara, you're no Steve Jobs at this moment in time, I'll tell you that. And there were some hiccups during the event. I mean, it was live at the end of the day, so some technical hitches would happen. But nonetheless, I felt it was, more than anything, a very informative, should I say, kind of presentation. So basically, they're launching a new product, and that new product comes in a form of a new app for drivers, for partner drivers. Strangely, although the American market were addressed or invited to watch this show live, we didn't get an announcement here in London, or in the UK, in fact, which is quite strange, because you know, at the end of the day, we are partners too. You know, we work for Uber too. Well, we work together with Uber, apparently, as a partner. But anyway, that's another story. So I've got some notes here. Obviously, the problem I had when trying to watch this thing was the fact that it cut out halfway through. So there was like some presentation video, but it cut out, and for some reason my internet was buffering, but it wasn't actually buffering, because every video I watched was fine. But for some reason I wasn't able to watch that the video of the product launch. I watched obviously the first 15 to 20 minutes of it, but then somehow wouldn't let me continue or progress on. So but anyway, yeah, I mean, you know, it started off, you know, it had Dara came on stage, spoke about an 82-year-old partner in the States who is a musician or something like that. And then moved on to speaking about a partner in India, a female driving partner in India, and then moved on to a Burmese. Well, he was from the UK, a Burmese partner who was an asylum seeker, and so Dara tried to relate himself to that, being with him being an asylum as well when his parents first came to America. So I mean, okay, all fair and well, you know, he was doing his best there to connect with the audience, in which case his audience was the partner drivers. So fair enough, you know, he done his research there, and he tried to build a connection. And then obviously we move on to the actual product itself. You know, he talks about the drivers and how drivers are important, and you know, they've neglected certain aspects along the way, because they were more concentrating on growth more than the important people who are the partners. And yeah, too right too. You know, it's good that he addressed that. I mean, but then he went on to talk about the 180 days of change, and he spent 10 minutes on that, talking about the 180 days of change, and you know, about the paid waiting time. Oh yeah, brilliant, paid waiting time, that 20p per minute, and we have to wait 8 minutes, and it's not down to us to cancel the trip, but down to Uber to cancel the trip after 8 minutes, not us. So in actuality, if you like take for example, like me, who drives an XL, and it's an airport job, or someone's moving house, and you know, obviously I don't want to start the trip, because if I start the trip, I'll get paid 5p less. It'll be 15p per minute as opposed to 20p per minute, you know. So I don't want to start the trip, but you know, they're forcing you to start the trip, basically. So if the passenger takes too long, it's forcing you to start the trip. Otherwise, you know, it will automatically cancel. And there's been sticky situations where that's happened, where the app was just cancelled out. One time I was driving around looking for the passenger, the rider, and you know, I spent so long looking for this person that the app just cancelled out. You know, the trip was cancelled, and I didn't even get my cancellation fee for that. So you know, the waiting time thing is debatable. Anyway, that was part of the 180 days of change, which are apparently supposed to be beneficial to the partners. I haven't seen any benefit to that. But then he goes on to talk about the helpline. we don't have the helpline here in London, and I don't know when it's ever going to be launched. You know, at the moment we have to go through this infuriating email process, and we have to email Uber through the app, through the help section, and you know, half the time the support on that is atrocious. It really is bad. You know, you're mailing them, you're mailing support for one thing, and they reply totally out of context. You know, they're not even addressing the issue, or if they do address the issue, it's a templated response. So yeah, I don't really, you know, again, you know, we don't benefit from that because we've never had that helpline here. You know, we don't have a direct number we can call support, so you know, we have to do it through mail. And then he goes on to tipping. He goes on to tipping. You know, as much as that was included in the 180 days of change, that the tipping function should have been around anyway. You know, it should have been there, but it's Uber's fault now why we don't get tipped as much by the riders, because Uber infused this culture into the people. I mean, and certainly when I first downloaded the Uber app, Uber passenger app, that is, it even told us, you know, that we don't have to tip the drivers. So there you go. Again, that's crap. So, you know, the tipping function should have always been there from the start. Don't introduce it 3 years later or 4 years later. You know, because it doesn't. You know, and now, especially the British people are already not accustomed to tipping. So the tipping functionality on the app, it's hard to find. It's fiddly, and you know, regardless of what kind of service you provide, you know, you rarely will get a tip unless that customer is feeling generous or that customer knows how to tip. So, okay, so then they went on to the app, and from what I saw of it, yes, it looks cleaner, but it shows the earning on the front page. You know where the map is now? It shows the earnings on the front page. So what you've earned on the previous trip, it will show that on there. I don't think I want that to be on show to the next rider who jumps into my car and sees that. You know, I don't want them seeing this sort of thing, you know. So and then obviously you can swipe through across, and you can check your earnings by the last job, your current day, what's it looking like, and obviously what your current week is. You can scroll along there and it will show at the top of the app. So anyway, I'm going to leave a link at the bottom here of this video, so you can view the video yourself. I'm not sure how far you'll get with the video, but I certainly didn't get very far with the video because it'd somehow been blocked, or it's just not working for me. Okay, and then they show, obviously, on the new app, they show the map, and the new map will show you the hotspots. So, and you can navigate to the hotspot. You know, if there's a hotspot in a specific area, you can navigate to it. So you just click on the map, hit the button, hit the area, and automatically you'll be navigated to that. Now, this is something that FarePilot are already doing already. So this is nothing new. It's an old technology, but Uber have incorporated into the app because, like I said, FarePilot's doing it already. And if those of you who don't know what a FarePilot is, basically FarePilot is a hotspot tracking app. Allows you to, if you're in a certain area, you switch your current location on, it will search in your location and point you in the right direction in terms of where jobs are likely to be. So, but like I said, Uber have incorporated this into the app. Therefore, yeah, okay. Not bad, you know. I mean, but this also works in conjunction with the surge. They even joked about surge being in the middle of the sea. They're not going to have that anymore, and they're gonna have now where if there's a surge, you'll be able to see the area of the surge, and you know the street names and the name basically of the area where the surge is. And again, it allows you to navigate to that once you click on it. So yeah, good function, but I mean, it defeats the object of the fact that we've always been told and always been advised that we should never chase the surge. But in this case, it looks as though drivers will be chasing surge now, and therefore, if there's a bunch of drivers, for example, in a certain area, let's say for example in Hammersmith, and then they see a surge in Piccadilly, then all the drivers are going to flock to Piccadilly and leave Hammersmith with no drivers, and therefore it will start surging in Hammersmith. So it's going to be a yo-yo effect, I guess. yeah, anyway, I'm amused by the fact that these features are only coming into play now. These are features that should have been there in the first place. But anyway, and then obviously with regards to news, like for example podcasts or news about Uber, it's now that we can have an inbox now where all the Uber news and messages will be in a specific inbox. It would no longer be scattered on the main screen, which it's good. It should have been there in the first place, because let's face it, the Uber app has aged. It's been through a lot of different versions, but it's aged, and it does require a new, fresh, up-to-date, functional app especially for partner drivers. Now, whether this app will be coming to the UK anytime soon, we don't know. I don't even know when it's going to be launched in America. They haven't announced it yet, but nonetheless, there is a new app. Now, this will obviously eliminate those who are using dodgy apps, like there's apps out there that do various things. So it will eliminate that, and obviously it's back to the drawing board for some of those hackers, those app hackers. But anyway, guys, there's more detail available online. You can most certainly check Kevin, the Apptrepreneur, or Uberman's video, or even the Rideshare Professor. I find him a bit strange, the Rideshare Professor. I mean, I do watch his videos, but sometimes he really is ranting. When I say ranting, but I don't know. It's like he takes. Well, I mean, we all do it, but it's like he takes information from other vloggers and then puts it on his video and creates it as his own. But it's sometimes a bit lacking in information. But anyway, I mean, again, like I said, my thoughts on this really. I mean, it's a product launch at the end of the day, and they've done it in an Apple style kind of keynote presentation, which was not bad for their first attempt. And it's good to have the CEO a bit more hands-on and a bit more talking towards the people, the important people, that is, which are the partners. I mean, the customers are important also, don't get me wrong, but it's about time they start addressing partners as partners. Although, as Fabio Sabino, another UK vlogger, stated, why wasn't London invited? Well, why wasn't Uber London partners invited? Why wasn't we even informed of it? But anyway, that's a whole different rant altogether. But guys, yeah, I thought I'd make this a quick video just to let you know about this. Absolutely, it's a raw video, no editing or anything like that. Just wanted to make that. But I mean, anyone who wasn't expecting a fare increase was wishful thinking, because I've said this many times. I wish that would happen, but it's never happened, and I don't know if it'll ever happen. But we do need a rate increase worldwide, not just in London, but everywhere. Uber drivers are underpaid. Let's face it. For the work we do and the amount of hours we put in, we are heavily underpaid. And it's not even to say that the surge is helping much. These days I don't catch much surge at all, really. Now that I'm not working in Reading anymore, I don't catch much surge. So there'll be surges in the areas that I will drive in, but sometimes I won't catch it, or there's too many drivers anyway. Anyway, guys, I'd like to thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Again, thank you to all the subscribers out there. And just a little announcement also, I will be rebranding now. I've decided that I'll definitely rebrand. And details of that will be on my next video. Will probably be my last video as Frankly Uber. I'm going to rebrand, just changing basically the name of this channel really. And I'll urge you guys to subscribe to that. We will talk about Uber. We will talk about rideshare. We will talk about different opportunities on the next channel. But I still want to be associated really with a company that's not morally correct, and not, doesn't care. I want to be part of something that's ethically much better. And and there's certain companies out there. I mean, Smartsy is one of them that have helped me see the light in regards to being ethical about how you should treat drivers and how you should treat passengers, basically. A happy driver equals a happy customer. you know, and you know, Uber somehow have got that wrong, and they need to get it right somehow or another. Anyway, guys, yeah, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Hit that like button if you like it. Hit that thumbs down button if you don't like it. But yeah, just like to thank you all once again. This is Frankly Uber here, signing out. Peace.